All right, Jared. So, what are we looking at right here?
This is the kind of overworld map after we've gained a few levels. I can kind of zoom out and take a bigger look here. Starting out at Buck Station, this is kind of all the tutorials. Your first mission brings you over here.
Okay.
And as you keep leveling up and completing missions, more planets and areas open up.
And is this... I imagine this is like a fictional solar system. I see two
Yes.
suns, right? Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't take place here.
Right.
Like, not in some sort of future...
Yeah. There's some story elements in this game. That's not really what you're playing this game for.
And it's Space Run Galaxy, right?
Yes.
I keep
this is a sequel to Space Run. So there was an original version. Space Run came out about 2 years ago.
Okay, because I thought I kept confusing this with that game, and this is actually like a sequel to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's directly a sequel. Like, there's not necessarily tie-in story-wise. Again, the story is pretty weak, laughable. The voice acting is hilarious.
Bad or good?
I think so bad it's funny that it's
okay.
almost good.
All right.
I almost feel like it might be intentional. I'm really not sure.
Well, the first game was like it was intended to be pretty lighthearted and kind of funny, right? I never played it.
I didn't play the first one
Okay.
either, so I'm not really sure.
All right. What's that we're looking at over on the top left? What are those things? Those buttons?
So here's just kind of a history of what you've done. We haven't done anything yet, so nothing there. This is my ship and all of the modules that I have available. You collect parts, these craft materials, and the different colors represent different things. Red one's offensive, blue defensive, utility, basic modules.
So are these resources that you need to gather to build these modules?
So the craft materials, are things that you get from completing missions, and then you use those to craft the modules, which you then use on your ship during a run.
Okay.
These are the number that you can create per run. So if I wanted to be able to use 4 missile launchers, I would need 4 more of these red craft materials.
Okay.
Now, I have 4 of these here, but the mechanic here cannot make offensive modules.
Oh, the mechanic in the Toria mines.
Right. So if I wanted to create 2 more of these, I'd have to bring 2 of these with me on a mission over here, so I would have 4 here where the mechanic can create offensive modules.
Okay.
So there's that kind of resource management of your own crafting materials, as well as running cargo for people that you meet as you travel around. And you can do both at once.
Okay.
You can...
And this is like a tower defense type thing, right?
It's tower defense-like. Your ship... The way it ends up working is that your ship ends up staying in the middle of the screen, and the ships that are attacking you are coming at you from all sides.
Okay.
So you're maintaining offensive and defensive modules around your ship to ward off meteors and enemy ships.
All right, so what do you say we just dive right into something?
Yeah, let's take
a look. Oh.
So you got a couple options when you go into a particular location. Any of the missions that are available.
You're just the pilot.
So these are the story missions that you can take. There's also multiplayer missions.
Here are the
Weird.
So
from this station.
this kind of has this like almost MMO kind of feel to it, because you can at any time request that people bring cargo of yours from one planet to another and offer a bounty on it, and they can accept that and you pay them some of your space credits
Huh.
to do so. And they get bonuses as well. They'll get bonus.
That's kind of cool.
Crafting parts. Let's just go ahead and take one of these. So they want me to bring 3 pieces of cargo.
Oh,
to
okay.
This planet.
And so the missions themselves are they don't take place necessarily in these locations. It's the run from one place to... Okay.
Yes, nothing...
Okay.
The only thing that's happening in a specific location is crafting modules, merchant purchasing, things like that. The actual gameplay is a run in between 2 planets.
Okay. Got it.
So we'll say run. So these are the 3 pieces of cargo that I need to bring for this mission.
Oh.
Now, these are my resources that I have on this planet. Since I needed 2 of these, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot and bring 2 of them with me.
So that the mechanic on the next planet can build offensive... Okay.
Bedouin.
Bedouin.
Sure. Sounds good. Go ahead and click start. So each of these hexagons is where either cargo can be or modules that you add on throughout the run.
So no engines or anything?
There is one right in the center of the
Okay.
back there.
Can you add more?
Yes, those are modules, and those will actually take you through the run faster, as well as give you additional focus. So I've got incoming pirate drones from here. So I'm going to select a cannon, turn this to face their way.
Right away.
This is another transporter ship that's going to be coming in. It doesn't look to be equipped with any guns, but if I want to, I can go ahead and shoot at it
Can't wait to see
to-
how this helps us.
try and get some of their resources.
Okay, so that's like an enemy transport ship.
Um,
Or not necessarily
not
an enemy.
necessarily an enemy, just it's just another guy. It's kind of a little bit of piracy type thing going on here. If I
gotcha.
attack this, it's
So none of these modules that you place, like the turrets or whatever, they're not placed in advance. You like have to put them on the hex at the
Right.
start of each area.
Construction.
right. Yeah, the only thing you're placing before the run begins is the cargo.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the run is when you're placing your offensive and defensive modules. So this guy's got a really slow path. I don't know if I'm going to end up knocking that module out. Not a big deal. It's not crucial to the...
Can you target individual modules on enemy ships, or
Not-
do your turrets kind of just auto
Not
attack?
really. These each of these modules has a special ability, which actually I'll use over here so you can see it. This
Whoa.
manual shot, which kind of just does
Oh.
a really large amount of damage, but it's very focused.
Looks like that turret's about to go down.
It sure is.
Construction.
So this is a shield generator, which will shield all of the hexes around it.
Oh.
And it's applying a shield to that now, so when this module gets damaged, it'll take off the shield instead.
Okay, and that's that blue meter underneath?
Yeah. So I'm gonna put another turret here since there's 13 coming in here.
This is why
This
you're
guy
legend.
is gonna have guns, so we're gonna add another defense there. Now, deploying these is costing these hex nuts.
Okay.
Hex
That's a
nuts
great
we
name.
get from... This is not going well. We're pretty evenly matched here, so...
Almost looks like Pong. Jeez, that was really close.
So these are the hex nuts from defeating...
Oh, and you just
Enemy
move your
ships.
cursor over them
Yeah.
to collect them?
They eventually make their way to your ship to collect them, but if you move your cursor over them, you collect them faster.
Sorry, and what are hex nuts used for?
Those are used for creating these modules, so each one has a cost
okay.
here. Like the shield generator is 50. This repairing unit that I just deployed is 50. There's also the other currency kind of that you have is focus, and that's used to use the special abilities, like that big shot that I used on this one.
And it looks like you can only have 25 at a time, right?
Oh man, I really liked that construct.
I can only have 25 focus at a time right now.
No such thing as too
If I were
much
to
focus.
add another thruster, that will increase the rate that my focus regenerates
Oh.
at, but also give me more focus.
Okay.
Now what we can do is use this restoration ability, which will repair stuff all across the ship.
Huh. And how long are these runs usually? Like, do you...
About 5 minutes. So this is the progress down here.
Uh-huh.
So we're nearing the end.
Oh, okay. So it's just the end of the meter that's... I see.
Right. Now, I should have had a shield here.
Shield complete.
So I've used up all of my cannons now. I just crafted my 9th one.
Uh-huh.
So I can't make any more for the rest of this run. I could make a missile launcher if I had enough hex nuts, but we're at the end of the run, so... That wasn't exactly the best run. I lost some modules, but that's not really a big deal because I kept all the cargo safe. So, in the end, that's a full win.
Okay, and do you get penalized for you losing a cargo, or do you just need to make it with one intact or something?
Generally, you just get less rewards. I haven't experienced, like, if you lose all the cargo, I'm not sure what happens. I would assume the run would just end.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the cargo I brought over, my modules that I'm going to use to craft some more, or my materials that I'm going to use to craft more modules, and then the cargo that was part of the mission. This indicates additional bonuses that I could have gotten. If I did it 8 seconds quicker, I would have gotten 250 more space credits. If I did it 25 seconds faster, I could have got 5 more XP.
And in order to do it faster, you would need to put more thrusters
More
on
of
the
those
back of your ship.
thrusters, or probably just that one thruster would have been enough if I had put it on earlier in the run.
But that consumes resources, right?
Yes, that'll use hex nuts.
Ah.
And the thrusters are some of the most expensive.
Wow, you are as good.
Seems
as
like
you
there's
say you
a little bit of resource management in this.
There's a lot of resource management, yeah. So I got 1,000 space credits, because obviously what else would you call money in the future? But
Yep.
Space credits.
Credits, that's what they should all be called.
Yep. So we got 1,000 for each piece of cargo that we brought safely. And then there's these extra rewards.
And are those randomly generated?
They seem to be. I haven't found any logic to what you get
Okay.
or why. So just more materials that I can use for more modules.
And you're pretty early on in the game, right?
Yeah,
So...
this is only less than 2 hours into the game.
Okay. So I imagine that there's a lot more customization to the turrets as time goes on.
Oh yeah.
It definitely seems like there are a lot of things still locked or things you can't purchase.
Right. Yeah. I had just hit level 4 before we started filming this, so.
Is there a
If we
level
go to
cap?
Not that I'm aware of. I would assume there's got to be an end level somewhere.
Are things locked behind your current level? Like, do you need to level up to 5 to unlock some sort of new turret?
Yeah, so I mean, you see
Oh,
right here.
duh.
Yeah, so certain modules I won't be able to access until I level up more. And if we go back out to the system map, you can see there's planets.
Can you move the map at all? How big is this?
This is it for this portion.
Oh,
But
they're
this
different
is-
systems.
But this is the Varus system. I'm too early to know how or when you switch systems and end up somewhere else.
Oh, weird. Seems like there's a lot of game to this.
There is. It's not just a simple tower defense. This is absolutely not your average tower defense game. There's a lot of depth to it, and even though I'm only 2 hours in, I'm really interested in how this is going to continue to play out. And
What do you want from me?
so here's all the offensive materials I could craft. There's this new one that I don't have yet, but this requires a different type of material. So there's kind of 3 grades of each material. The red, blue, green, and yellow, or red, blue, and green materials. And there's 3 grades of them. And we can see that if we go to the merchant.
Oh, and there are different ship classes as well.
Yes. So
Are they just different hex configurations?
yeah, there's different base hex configurations, and then you can. These are all spots that you can add on additional tiles to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take a look at that, here's my ship, and these 4 black ones are additional cells that I've added on.
Okay.
So you can purchase those here.
What did you break now?
So these are just empty cells, right?
And
they're
you
pretty
can add,
cheap.
You can add them to those empty spots around your ship,
Right.
right? But there's an outer limit to each of the ship
yeah.
module
There's
or
each
ship
base
designs.
ship that you potentially purchase has a maximum number of
Top of the morning to you, Captain.
the voice acting.
Yeah, the voice acting's all right.
Yeah.
What I think is kind of weird are some of the drawings. Like, what's
don't
up
know
with this
what's-
dude's face?
I don't know. And what is this? What has he got?
What
He's
is
got-
he doing?
He's got like a stylus or something. That's
And why
attached
is his
to
iPhone on a
earphone?
bungee cord? Is that an old school like phone cord?
I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know.
okay. You would think that everything would be wireless in the
You would hope so.
distant future.
By the time we use space credits. So this was the base ship that the game starts you out with.
Okay.
So it has 16 cells and there's 8 additional available. This one
Never hurts to tweak a ship.
goes up to a maximum of 32.
Hmm.
And I have 10 available. So if I go back to the mechanic here,
It's you again.
I've got enough to do this 3 times, but I get 2 out of each, so I'll probably just do
okay.
1. And then when I go back here,
You say, better
all
to
that
crack
overlapping
looking
dialogue is
butter.
beautiful. So now I've got 2 more cells to install, so I'll probably do something like
What's
this.
that red one? The red one out front or orange?
If at first we don't succeed,
I don't know.
Oh, I think it just means that you can't place it there because it's 2 spaces out.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do like one more run? Huh.
I don't know if I like that actually.
if we put our heads together, we can make this better.
I think it's less the delivery of the dialogue and more of the content of it.
Yeah.
It just sounds kind of cheesy.
Yeah. Let me see if there's a more like story mission. Oh, Buckman is waiting for me here.
Who's Buckman?
He's kind of the leader of the space cargo transport.
Space truckers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do they
you can-
use like CB radios?
It kind of seems like it. Yeah, sometimes.
Captain, I have another call coming in from Mr. Mann.
what-
Putting him through now.
Hey, Rookie. Nice job on that last mission. I'm impressed. And I'm not easy to impress.
Yes, he's usually only impressed with himself.
I got a new gig for you with Nuclear
That's a
Star.
space name.
Nuclear Star, they specialize in waste transportation.
Yes, very sensitive waste, which makes working for them tricky, but also high pay. So it's win-win. You get a challenge, and we get a nice payday. We're gonna patch you through to the boss now. He'll explain the job to you. Just don't ask too many questions. These guys don't like questions.
Greetings, Space Runner. My associates and I have
That guy's
always
kind of
been
seedy.
pleased with Mr. Mann's
A little bit.
work. We expect no less from you.
My captain and I strive to be the best, Mr.
Ah, names
And
are
there it is.
important. What is important is getting this job done. My associates and I need an exceptionally large shipment of fuel to be delivered to SETI Station. As I am sure you're aware, we are very sensitive about the
That's a
sensitivity
sentence.
of our fuel and of this job.
Oh, no worries. My people are all well trained in handling sensitive cargo.
I understand this is a long, perhaps even dangerous journey, but we will pay accordingly. Of course, we only pay for cargo that, how can I put this subtly, doesn't go boom.
A little bit on the nose, don't you think?
A little
Neither my
bit,
captain
yeah.
nor I want anything to go boom.
Excellent.
My associates and I are glad we are on the same page. To a safe trip and a long, non-explosive
Talk
journey.
about beating a dead horse.
Excellent job there, rookies. The trip to SETI Station isn't exactly
Hey, Jared,
a jaunt
I
in the park.
don't
It's gonna
think that
take
your
you a
cargo
couple
should
stops
go
to get
boom.
there.
Not sure, but probably
Glad
not.
you have faith in us, Mr. Buck.
Eve 36, by the way, is the AI of my ship. And, what was this other guy? I think it's Adam 12. This was,
God
his-
damn it. Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
future people would name the first robots, right?
Yeah. Well, that's enough of that.
Greetings.
There it is, still there.
So
No go boom.
there are story missions and then there are side missions for you to transport cargo.
Yeah, so these are additional missions I could accept.
And can you do them simultaneously?
Yes.
Ah.
Thing is, these are taking
Oh, they
4
take
pieces
up-
of cargo each.
Yeah.
So if my ship was bigger, higher level, I could go for a couple of these. I don't think I should try and take 8 pieces of very sensitive cargo all at once.
Travel with care. I would hate
I'm
to
aware.
lose our precious cargo.
Captain, this new mission from Nuclear Star is more complex than usual because there is no direct route to the cargo's destination. We will have to transport this cargo along multiple highways in order to reach the proper destination. In other words, be prepared to check your map
Oh.
often.
Are you gonna have to navigate while doing
Apparently.
this? Huh.
This is new to me.
So
am I
it seems like you need to either go down or... Oh, I guess down would be more the direct route.
Play this mission.
Maybe first a station.
Oh, I guess I just
Huh.
have to go through. Yeah. And they made that sound like it was very complicated.
This game looks alright.
Yeah. Has very low system requirements.
Yeah, you've been playing this on a laptop, right?
Yeah, on a non-gaming laptop. On a very non-gaming laptop.
How does it run normally?
On my laptop?
Yeah.
Pretty well. I run it at full 1080, and I mean, it drops below 30 frames a second once in a while, but
For something like
that's
this, I
not
don't
crucial
think it's...
for
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Interesting choice. Fire at will.
This bugs me about this. The routes some of the ships take are off screen, and there's no way to permanently zoom out.
Really?
Yeah,
That
if
seems-
I hold control, it'll zoom out like that,
Huh.
but
Seems like it would be kind of irritating.
Wise choice.
Oh. Was that the cargo they were carrying?
Yeah, which ended up just giving me a bunch of hex nuts.
Okay. Oh, what do parasites do?
I don't know, those are new to me. We're gonna find out, I bet.
You always
Oh, my
surprise
cargo's about to go boom. Oh, my cargo went boom.
Shield ready.
Is your AI normally so chipper?
Always.
Construction on its way.
Yeah. Those give lots of hex nuts, is what they do.
A wise choice, as always. This is why you're the captain.
Are there ever any hazards? Like asteroids or anything that come flying towards you?
Yeah, they show up just like this stuff.
Ooh,
Hey, we don't have unlimited resources.
turrets are taking a beating.
Get that shield up.
Don't worry about ammo.
Oh, that shield is down already.
Whoa!
Okay, that's what parasites do. Look at that.
Mr. Buck
Oh, how do you get 'em
always
off?
says fast, safe
I
delivery, but
don't
he
know.
really stresses the fast part.
No idea.
Well, that's probably not good.
Oh man, I really liked that construct.
Alright.
Huh.
Well, there's more of those coming, so that's good. Oh, 7 of them coming over there. That's great.
Ready to shoot.
Ready to shoot. Didn't even get a chance to
Can you
shoot at
rotate
those.
your turrets at all?
Not once they're placed. Not these turrets, anyway. Certain higher level ones you can.
Oh man, I really liked
I've got
that
no
construct.
hex nuts. I already used my repairing unit. I only had one of them, so I can't get another one of those.
So have you failed any missions so far?
A wise choice,
Not yet, but I
as
might.
always.
Yeah, things aren't looking all that great.
Not really. That's the last cannon I can deploy.
Ready to shoot. I hope we got some more to replace this one.
I've got a missile launcher.
You always surprise
She's
me.
got something to say about everything.
I think at a certain point I would probably shut off or lower the dialogue. At least for the AI. Have you looked at the volume sliders at all? Is that an option?
I don't know if there's one specifically for the AI. Well, kind of
See-
barely made it. We only lost one piece of cargo, technically, so.
Do you know if you're gonna have a chance to like resupply at that halfway point?
I would assume so, since it's making this a separate run.
Well, we survived with more than half the cargo. I
For
give us a C minus.
3/4 of... Oh, well, I guess. Yeah, 75%.
And a bunch of flaming modules.
Alright. Well, what'd you say this game was called?
This is Space Run Galaxy.
Space Run Galaxy, and this is on Steam, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, Space Run Galaxy.
Yep.
How much did you pay for this?
$19.99.
Sounds alright.
Yeah, definitely well worth it. It's got a lot of really deep crafting elements to it, and a hilarious story, and
Yeah, I might have to check it out.
unique gameplay, for sure.
Alright, well, I guess we'll call it.
All right.
Bye!